Hello, and thanks for joining me today. Today we're going to be discussing, we're not going to be discussing actually, we're going to be unveiling a new kind of cool thing that got as a birthday gift from my sister. And it has to do with writing on digitally, but in something like paper, but not paper. So this particular video is in dedication to Gina Fidel, with whom I've fought for a long time about using digital versus paper approach, and I'm still using hashtag no paper whenever I can, and use everything digital. But in this particular case, it's kind of a nifty thing that I discovered accidentally, and my sister got it for me for my birthday. It's called Everlast Rocketbook. I guess the company name is Everlast, I'm assuming. Or maybe there's just the name of the product. But basically, this is what it looks like. Okay, brand new, just got it. And the back of it looks something like this. And so, reading it, it says that it says download the app. And so I download the app. And so let's quickly jump into the app area, because that's the first thing they tell you to do. So I'm going to go ahead and screen share here. And let's see, and show you the screen there. I'm going to allow the access photo and media, and move it over here somewhere so it doesn't effect. And then it says the way you take notes is about to change. Instantly blast your notes into cloud using your smartphone. So see, Gina would be proud that this is handwritten experiment, but at the same time it's digital. So they want me to put in name and all that good stuff. Okay, so we'll put in a name, put in the email address, .com, and then the password. Let's see what should we use for the password. Let's do the this one, and let's see, sign up. So first, you can go, as you can see, get the, let's walk me through the Rocketbook tab, tip settings, refresh later. Okay, let's see, show me more. Destination, tap an icon to change destination. Okay. So let's say we wanted to go to, we got email, we got email. Okay, so initially it starts out with email, and then let's say I wanted to change the, what would be a good one? How about the diamond here? If I click on this, destination would be, let's say, Google Drive, and then we save that, and choose the account, and we allow the Rocketbook to use this, view manage files, and choose folder. And they don't let you create a new one, I guess. Now let's go to business forms for like a better folder for right now, just to experiment. And then file types PDF, JPEG. So apparently the way this works is, okay, so I need to select the PDF. PDF is fine. Send scans combined PDF. Okay, no, not right now. I'm assuming this means that when you scan multiple pages, it'll go into a single PDF. I think that's what they mean by this. Auto send, skip the manual approval process. Okay, in that case, it doesn't ask if you're sure, it just does it. So let us ask. Okay, okay, and you can reset it. So basically, looks pretty straightforward. And so the diamond we're going to use for this is type here to scan a Rocketbook page. And so you can do that, but we're not ready to do it yet. So let's go ahead and stop the screen sharing, and let's go back to the device itself. I mean, not the device, but to the Rocketbook itself. So again, it looks like a little notebook, as you can see. Nothing special. It's about 6 by 8 inches in size. This is what they call executive size or executive version, which is a bit smaller than the 8.5 by 11. I'm going to use my regular Google pen, nothing super fancy, just regular pen, to simply make a little hole here so I can actually. I'm not using the pen for pen purposes. I'm just using it to open this wrapping here because it's like a regular notebook. And there we go. I should do like Lamar Wilson. Just crazy, like just open it up like that. That's what he does. Okay, so open the thing up, and it comes with you got the spiral case notebook. So that's one thing you get. And then if I open it here I should get a pen, I'm assuming, somewhere in here. So you break all the stuff apart, and eventually you get to. There we go. Yeah, we got a little pen here. Okay, so I can throw this away. Okay. All right. So again, we got the notebook, we got the pen. Looks like this. Nothing. What does it say there? It says friction clicker, and it says erasable. So these friction, as they call them, erasable units, are available in different colors. It doesn't have to be. Try to get it focusing here so you can actually see what it says here. It's kind of hard to get, but anyway, on the pen it says, friction spelled Frixion, clicker 07 in this case. It says ball above it, and it's from Pilot, so it's known company in terms of who makes these pens, and it says it's erasable. Okay, so these are available in multiple colors. This one I'm pretty sure is black, and you just what do? You just push it, or never use one of these. It's got nice grip on it, which is kind of handy. What I don't understand is I don't understand how you actually use the thing. Not like this. It doesn't spin. It doesn't do that. So how the heck do you actually use it then? Well, let's see what happens. So we open it up, and we're presented with this particular page here. It says Rocketbook Everlast. We designed the Everlast to be a, what does it say? Reusable, okay. Reusable, I'll just read it to you like this because I can't read it upside down. Reusable notebook that you can use again, and again. 3 dots, got a little infinity sign. It says tips, only use Everlast friction pens and markers made by Pilot. You can find replacement different 1,000 color stores everywhere. By the way, look at the prices. They're like about, I think, around $9-10 for like 8 different color pens, so they're pretty cheap. To prevent smudging, allow 15 seconds for the friction pen ink to dry and physically bond to the page. Erase your pages by dampening part of a towel with water and using that part to wipe the page. Then take the dry portion of the towel and dry the page completely. Any towel or paper towel will do, and a microfiber towel works best. Only write on pages that are completely dry. Writing on damp page doesn't work well and could even damage the surface of the page. Rocketbook also makes the Rocketbook Wave, which is another reusable notebook. You erase in your microwave oven, if you can believe that. They actually have a notebook that you can erase with a microwave oven. Incredible. The Everlast is not to be confused with the Wave. Do not microwave your Everlast. See, they have a sense of humor too. Have fun reusing your Everlast. The Everlast only use with friction Pilot pens. And you can go to friction, spelled again Frixion, .getrocketbook.com. Questions, problem, or just want to say hi, you email hello@getrocketbook.com. Okay, very nice. Very simple, very nice. It says prepared for launch. Download the app and start your journey at everlast.getrocketbook.com. all systems go. Inside the app, you'll find symbols, create your organization system. There are 7 symbols at the bottom of each page. Think of each symbol as a subject in your notebook. For each symbol, select a cloud service and set a place inside that service. Example, student. Okay, so you can have basically these different things that mean different things. Take off when you mark the symbol on the page, and then scan the page with the app. Rocketbook blasts these notes to the right place, instantly organized for you. Rocketbook supports email, Google Docs, Dropbox, Box, Evernote, Slack, iCloud, and Microsoft OneNote. For corporate solutions, visit blah, blah, blah. Okay, so basically, didn't come with much of a manual. You can see they do have the little QR codes, good for them. We love QR codes here at PCS. We use it in all of our apps too. And so you have the little legend here, so you can write what means what. And so I guess on every page here. So Surface itself looks, as you can see, just like this. Nothing special. It's got little dots. Let me see if I can get it close enough so you can actually see. Yeah, it's got these little dots, and the dots don't really mean anything, I don't think. I think you can write whatever you want, wherever you want. They may have some meaning to the app, but I don't think you have to be careful writing a certain way. Looks like the pages are numbered. So at the bottom of each page here, you got a little page number. As you can see, where there's a 1, and you have the QR code. And QR code, I'm assuming, QR code, let me see here, QR code. So if we scan the QR code using the handy app here, scan it, it comes out with, this site can't be reached, it says. That's cute. Okay, so much for that functionality. So this is the error that you get if you try to scan the QR code. So if I try to scan a different QR code on a different page, I'm assuming it's going to be the same thing. Let's try this again using a different QR reader, perhaps. And let's see, try using a different QR code reader and see if that makes a difference. So I'm going to scan, comes up with this, and I'm going to go ahead and open it. Well, this actually scanned, and it shows the date. It's just a piece of text. It says October 26, 2017, which is today, 2:37 p.m. Okay, so perhaps what that's for is to be able to get the today's date and time. That's what that does. Try it again. Yeah, 2:37 p.m. Okay, so that's what that's for. Okay, the error must have to do with that scanning program I have, which is a different program. So it looks nice. It feels nice. It's got nice leathery texture on the back and on the front. It's light. Just like a notebook would be. And in terms of pages, it's got 36 pages. The last page where there's number 36. And apparently that's more than enough for anything you want to do. And so then to write it, that's the only thing I still don't quite understand how these friction pens work. So if I write my name, let's just try writing my name. No, it can't be right. There's something I'm doing wrong. Try to believe this pen doesn't work. Okay, something is. There we go. Okay. All right. Finally. So the way the pen works, you don't push here. You don't do anything for pulling this. You don't do anything on the bottom. You don't do any kind of screwing and screwing. What it is you actually push down on the holder, this plastic holder thing. So you go on, not on the top, but on this thing here. You push it down. When you push it down, then it extracts. And it's just like a ballpoint pen. Okay. That's kind of weird, but that's what it is. So let's go ahead and show Gina. I hope Gina is going to watch it at some point. What I'm doing here, I'm just going to actually write her name, Gina, and Oleg, and we'll put it in my favorite hashtag, no paper. as you can see, I'm still capable of writing with pens and pencils. I still remember how to do it, not just typing. And so now I have this page here with some stuff written on it. And then I'm also gonna do a little, let's do a little, maybe a picture or something, or draw a little diagram. We'll do a little box and an arrow, do another box, we'll do a triangle here, and then we'll do a circle or something. And do this, and like that, and just see what happens. So I got something like this done. I'm not Gina, I can't do stuff like Gina. Only Gina can. Okay, so we got that. So it feels, you're writing with a ballpoint pen. It feels like you're writing with a ballpoint pen. The paper itself is kind of glossy, kind of, slick. And so you write it, and it says to wait 15 seconds. I'm not gonna try to mess with it, so we'll wait 15 seconds. In the meantime, the first thing it said was bring back the, well, it's drawing here. Let's bring back the, this screen here, and I will show you. Let's put this in the middle so we keep jumping, and we'll go back to the Rocketbook app here, somewhere right here. And as you remember that when we did this, it came up with the thing saying, tap here to scan. Let's put it so you can see it, to scan the Rocketbook page. So I'm going to go ahead and tap the camera button, and it says allow Rocketbook to take pictures of you. So I'm going to say allow, and then it says let's scan. Don't forget to mark the icon on your Rocketbook page. The camera will automatically capture once the entire page is in view. So to mark it, I'm assuming they want to just put something over the diamond, I'm assuming. So I'm going to put a little X. Okay. And then I'm going to go ahead and just position within screen area. Put position page within screen, it says. Okay, I did. Then what? Then you just push the button? Or? I don't know what it wants me to do next. If I click this little button, it comes up wherever I click on it. I'm assuming that's for focusing. And then what? We got the potential flash, okay. Okay. I click on Google Drive. That's just to change it. So if I go to Google Drive, let me just try to pull up Google Drive on another screen here. And pull up the business forms. And there's nothing there for this deal. So let's try this again. I click on this. Okay, I know what I did wrong. Tap here to finish your scanning. So I tap there. Tap the file name to send. Rename and send. Tap the file name to rename. Go send. Okay. I don't want to tap the file name. I'm just going to send. So I can click and send that, or with a different name, or just scan it. Okay, and then it goes right back to the mode. And you can have it with flash, have it without flash. Okay, so what it means the following. So if I'm going to go ahead and stop the screen sharing for a second, I'm going to jump you to a different screen here, on the second monitor right here. And so you can see there is this file that put there for me. So let's open this up and see. So there it is. So one thing that may be negative for some people is, as you can see, the dots are visible partially. And I'm not exactly sure why they have it with the dots visible, but that's how it scans. It's also very dark, kind of darkish in the room here. So maybe if I had more light, it would be better. But as you can see, it did a great job um, scanning it. Notice that it doesn't do any kind of magic. In other words, it's a paper-like substance, but which is not paper. And when you write on it, you write on it with a ballpoint pen. So it's totally natural feeling, everything's fine. But then what they simply do is they don't do any kind of magic in terms of going digital. Essentially, they just have a scanning capability built in, so you can easily scan it. And the trick was, the reason it didn't work at first is you have to have the entire page inside the camera view. Then the color of the background goes green, and then it takes the picture. So because I didn't have it fully in, you don't have to push anything or anything. You just need to make sure the whole page is in there. And then it's able to capture, and you can see it make it pretty straight. And it's got all my stuff there, all the squiggles and everything else like that. And so if I go back to the actual app itself and close the X there, if I go back to the app, let's go ahead and play around with that for a second. I'm going to stop this. So this is pretty straightforward. That's pretty simple. Let's go back to this thing here. And in the app itself here, you can see it says, it's got this one image, it's got today's date, so it's got all of that in there. In terms of options, I have an option to look sorted by newest to oldest, oldest to newest. Select, deselect all. So I click on select, it allows me to select one or more options or all of them, and then I can, based on what's selected, kind of usual, you can delete them, whatever is selected, you can share them, you can resend them to your destination almost. It's pretty cool. And I'm assuming if I click on share, I'll be able to come up with the usual, deal there. So if I wanted to share it, I could click on that on any of the device, any of the destinations typically, and it creates a post that looks like this, and we can go ahead and say, into my immense respect for Gina, and there's Gina, indicate this handwritten. Okay, so we can do that, and it basically attaches, as you can see, as that, and it becomes a post, in this case in Google Plus, and that's pretty much all there is to it. So that's pretty straightforward, pretty simple. We got history of everything was scanned, and then if you pull down this menu, in addition to history, you have destinations, you have settings, and settings you can change. We got FAQs, which looks something like this. You just put in whatever you're looking for, and they have a bunch of different things in there. Okay, and then we've got tips. Let's see what tips are. Do you want to view the how-to onboarding guide? Let's say we said yes. No, right now. Okay, so that's the deal. It just helps you with that. And then we've got, let's see what else they have, settings. About free Rocketbook pages. What is that all about? Okay, so you can get free pages by just simply, I guess, scanning and printing those. That's interesting. No, but that's not going to work. I can't believe that's how it would work. Yeah, I don't know what this is all about, because you need to have a special, it's a special kind of paper. It's not regular paper to be able to write with these books. So I'm not sure what this is all about. And then we got contact, and we got terms of service. And that's it. In terms of scanning, we got Rocketbook for free PDF pages. Icon sensitivity resolution, pretty nice. Focus mode. Okay, so a couple of options you can have for scanning. Okay. And like I said, this can be black and white, this can be color. I know that for a fact because they sell color pens like this. And Animations are those. You see that? History. So it's pretty simple, pretty straightforward. One thing it doesn't have at this point is I don't see any kind of options for OCR. But the good news about this is if you actually dump this into like Evernote, Evernote has built-in OCR, so that shouldn't be an issue. And also Google Drive has OCR. So theoretically, if I was to go back to Google Drive, we'll just jump from here to here and go back to Google Drive and go back to my drive. This is an order from Santa Fe Mexican Grill. Oops, sorry about that. And somebody wanted to eat lunch, I guess. And then we go to search for Gina. Find it. And lo and behold, you see this right there. You type in Gina, and this comes up. So as you can see, Google Drive does just fine OCR-wise. And even with my weird handwriting, it figured out that this thing contained the word Gina, which is pretty cool. And so yeah, so basically if you save stuff to Google Drive, you'll be able to do OCR that way, no problem. And you can also, of course, do the same thing with Evernote. I wish they had an option for Google Keep on this thing, because I do a lot of stuff in Google Keep, but I don't see such an option. But you can certainly, just trying to think here, theoretically, you could take the document into, well, you could just drag these images right into Google Keep, I guess. That's what you can do. I was going to suggest you can put them in Google Docs, and then from Drive to Docs, open it in Docs, and then from Docs you can easily drag it right directly into Keep, but it would be easier to simply go right and drag it into Keep from Google Drive. That would work, because these are nothing but graphic images. So anyway, so that's the Rocketbook, Everlast Rocketbook. The reason I got it, the reason I wanted to get it, and thank you to Ina, my sister, for getting it for me for my birthday, is because even though I'm a digital guy, and I am a digital guy all the way through, at the same time, you have sometimes moments when you meet with people where you need to just create a quick sketch. And creating a quick sketch for somebody who is not artistically talented and capable, like I'm not, and doing so using a mouse on a, or a pad on a Chromebook or something like that, it's awkward. And it's not natural in terms of being able to just quickly jot something down or draw a little picture of a house or a little diagram or something. It's just not something easily done with a mouse or quickly done with a mouse. And so as much as I am a digital guy and I use digital tools, everything, sometimes it is convenient to do this handwriting thing, but I refuse to use paper. I just, a long time ago, decided that this is not for me. And so even though I get by just fine, I create all my digital means, all my digital drawings, and using Google Drawing, using all kinds of different graphic programs, it's fine. But if you're sitting talking to somebody, and all of a sudden you need to just kind of give them a little sketch of something as you're discussing things, it's nice to be able to just quickly do it, like people do it on a little yellow sticky, or do it on a piece of paper of some sort, or something like that, or a napkin. I don't want to use napkins, I don't want to use stickies, I don't want to use any of that stuff. So I really didn't have any simple way to do this. And they do have this, I don't remember the name of this pen, that actually is a digital tie-in where you can actually write with it. It's kind of like a bigger size pen in terms of the way it looks, and it's tied in electronically to one of your accounts. And so as you write, it stores everything in memory and then dumps it into Evernote or Google Drive from that. So it's the digital transformation goes directly from the paper into your digital storage. The problem with that thing was multifold. Number one, it's not exactly cheap. I mean, that thing cost, I believe it was around $200 to get into that kind of pen, number one. Number two, the paper has to be special paper. You cannot use regular paper. It has to be special paper. And once you use that paper, then it's basically, you can throw in the garbage. I mean, you can't reuse it again for anything else because you already wrote on it whatever you write, and that's it. You can't erase it. You can't do anything else. You can just, it just digitally goes into your digital storage, and that's it. And so the problem with that for me was that, number one, it's expensive. Number two, it gets even more expensive because you got to keep buying this paper all the time, which isn't cheap. And that was basically a deal breaker. So I kind of entertained the thought of having digital capability for handwriting, but at the same time, it wasn't in the mix because of the cost and stuff. And so I never had anything, but then I accidentally came across this thing. And after reading it, I thought this is kind of a cool idea because it is like paper. You're writing with a pen. I mean, it's a regular pen like you would normally write. So there's nothing different about that. It's exactly the same deal. You don't have to do any special touching certain dots or I mean, you don't have to do anything. You just write or sketch or draw, whatever you want to do. You can do multiple colors, which I thought was really cool. Because I don't remember every other expensive pen had this capability. This one definitely has that capability. And you can just use small damp cloth of any kind, paper towel, whatever you have, to simply wipe it, and the thing will last, as they call it Everlast, because it lasts forever. So you never have to buy any paper, spend any money on paper. You do need to use these special pens, but like I said, you can buy like an 8-pack for less than $10. And I'm sure they last for a while. And, I don't know, we'll see how long this one lasts and the one that comes with it. And so you're getting a package like this for about $30 is all it costs. It's about $30. And you can use it for as much as you want. And then you can also have this tie-in to these other services, like you can tie it to 7 different services or 7 different folders, however you choose to do it. And so it makes it very convenient from that standpoint too, because you're able to grab right from the app, grab the actual image, and you're able then to have it automatically be saved into storage place of your choosing, which is digital. And then, like I said, if you put in something like Google Drive, you also have OCR capabilities. So all your handwriting becomes, if you write text, it becomes readable and editable in something like Google Docs or any other app you use. And so it's a very handy and really nice way then to be able to have convergence of both handwriting capability and at the same time have the digital storage capability for whatever that content is on a permanent basis. I realize it sounds a little bit hokey in terms of, you can take any paper, you can scan it and have the same thing. And that part of it is true. But for somebody like myself who doesn't like to mess with paper, but still wants to have some paper-like capabilities, this is awesome. I think this is just excellent because you can grab it, you can scan it easily. I saw one of their videos that shows multiple pages, and they just use it basically put it on page at a time, page at a time. And if you turn on this automatic scanning thing, so you don't have to confirm it, you just scan, 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 scan. So you can do it relatively quickly with multiple pages or multiple things, and it's pretty awesome in my view. So if you're interested in something like this, you can get it from Amazon. I'm sure it's available other places as well. That's where I found it. It's called Everlast Rocketbook, and it's about $30. Hope you enjoyed this. Till next time.